Well, here we are. We're in Marmaris, and
no, we're not.
No, we're not.
He's the captain, and he doesn't know where we are. Here we are, and we're in.
I'm Barry.
I'm Ansha.
This is the continuing journey of Sailing ABC. Bye bye sleep, bye bye sweet dreams. Hello rolliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye my sleep, bye bye. What do you mean we're not putting that in? That's classic, that is. It's 8 AM on Friday morning, and we had planned to leave Gemla Bay at around about 10 o'clock this morning. But we had such a rolly, well, half of the night really, from around about 1:30 until about 5, very rolly. So we had a little sleep, and we've got up early because we just lying there going, and we've prepped the boat. Everything topside is prepped. Angie's just doing some final ship shapeness down below. Dishes is one of those things, because if you don't put them away, they're bound to fall over. We've got 2 hours to get to Fethiye. Well, we haven't got 2 hours, it will take 2 hours to get to Fethiye, which should see us in there before lunchtime. We're going to drop anchor and swing freely there. Then we're there for the weekend really, because of the final weekend lockdown here in Turkey, which is great news. So once the 1st of June rolls around, things should start getting back to normal here in Turkey. The restaurants will start opening at 50% capacity. Restricted hours, I think it's something like 7 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, something like that, and then they'll see how things go. But yeah, some semblance of normality should be returning. Right now though, it's time for me to grab some cereal for breakfast and then fire up the old girl. I've already checked the engines, all looking good. So 2 hours from now, we'll be in Fethiye. It's always a good start to the day when the engine just fires up. All the instrument warning lights blink out. We have full instrumentation on the chart plotter, AIS fix, and everything else is ready to rock and roll. About 45 minutes, an hour away from our Anchorage, which is kind of somewhere down here. So what we've got to do is come around this headland, in through the gap, round through here and down into here. Here's what it looks like in real life. We're about to go around this little headland here, head towards the next headland, and then tuck in to the entrance to the Bay of Fethiye. Looking across our port side, and we can see the head, I guess you would call it, of the Göcek area. These are the outer islands of Göcek, and behind those is a large sailing area. And we do actually have a plan to go to Göcek and do some filming in there. In particular, the Migros supermarket ship, the ice cream man, the bread man, and the fruit and veg man. They all come round on boats, and we're hoping to catch those when we are anchored in a particular bay over in the Göcek area. But that's another story for another day. Right now, we're on our way to Fethiye. As we come up here, there's quite a lot of submerged rocks, and we have a north cardinal marker because there's quite a shallow spot there. Probably deep enough for us, but certainly not for bigger boats with bigger drafts. But anyway, we're going to stay north of that cardinal marker as we head into the inner harbour of Fethiye. Here is the north cardinal marker, and a lot of the fishing boats and the local day tripper boats are all passing on the south side of the north cardinal marker, because obviously they've got shallow draft and they can get through there without any problems. But I'm not taking any chances, because also, apart from that, the fishermen around here seem to think it's a great idea to drop their crab pots in this area too. I've just passed one on the port side. There's one just coming up here on the starboard side. There's another one just out there which looks like it's just got a little Coca-Cola bottle as the marker. But this is the main entrance into the Fethiye Bay itself. And it's around about this time of day, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, that all the charter boats and day tripper boats are heading out. So a bit busy, bit of traffic, but we should be fine. What a great spot to park your camper van. You can just sit there and watch the world go by, the boats coming in and out all day. Top spot, well done.
West Cardinal marker buoy there. And here comes the Migros supermarket boat. Looks like they do deliveries as well. Yeah. Free delivery. How cool's that? Meanwhile,
just a little bit busy with the boats that actually do have AIS transmitters.
yeah.
And that doesn't include the ones that don't, which is probably more than half.
But they are in.
They're all parked, yeah.
They're
pretty
all
much
parked in the marina, which we're passing now. Even the Anchorage looks busy.
Find a spot. Okay, let us settle. Lay out another 5 and then snub it. Yeah, Kev shouldn't be there. Kev! Well, here we are. We're in Marmaris, and
No, we're not.
no, we're not.
He's the captain, and he doesn't know where we are. Here we are, and we're in Fethiye.
We
And
are.
we're pretty much in the same position that we were at last time.
Yeah.
Right next to the school.
Yeah, but we won't be hearing the school song anymore
No.
at the moment because school's out until September, I believe.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're here. We've got some work to do because it's Friday and we've got to write blogs.
Yeah, and I've got the closed captions to do.
Yeah. And then we've got to get the dinghy down after we've done that and go into town and provision for the weekend, which is lockdown weekend. Isn't it?
Yeah, we're hoping it's the last one.
Yeah.
The word on the street is that from the 1st of June it'll all open up for tourism.
We've got our ears to the water.
But at the moment, this final lockdown weekend, you can't buy booze at the weekend, so we have to, stock Barry up in beer. You can get food if you need to go ashore and get food and stuff at the weekends, that's fine.
If I'm going to be stuck on the boat with you all weekend, I need beer.
Thank God I got my gin. That's all I'm going to say.
So Kev's just dropping his anchor next to us.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll settle in for the weekend.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, it's a great spot. We're going to get a good night's sleep. There'll be no roly here. But unfortunately, the only thing about Fethiye is you don't want to go swimming in the water because it's
Green.
a browny, greeny kind of colour.
Yeah, kind of matches the trees and stuff, but you don't want to swim in it. All right.
Right, closed captions for you,
Okay.
blog for me.
Right.
It seems that somewhere along the way this spring we picked up a hitchhiker, a queen ant. Look, compared to my finger, they're very small ants, but we've just noticed them around the cockpit area. We finally traced them back to the swim platform hinge. So I'm going to guess that the queen has made the nest inside the gubbins of the gas locker, and we can't get to that particular spot. So what we've done is been out and we bought an ant rid thing. put it down, and within 30 seconds they found it, and then hey presto, they're all out having a good feed, and hopefully taking it back to the nest and feeding it to the royalty, which should fix the problem.
And the conversation went something like this. Hey, we found food, pass it on. Hey, we found food, pass it on. And then the Queen said, that's wonderful. Go, eat, and bring the rest back to me, my lovelies. Yes, Your Highness. Or something like that.
And she hasn't been drinking.
No, we've been dry for 5 days.
So we'll leave that out overnight, obviously, and see whether they're still doing their choo-choo train thing in the morning, or whether there's just a heap of carcasses. Look at this little fella up here. He's lost. He doesn't know where he's going.
Where was the food? Where did you
which
say
way?
the food was? Where was it up here?
There's always one.
Oh.
It's the next day, and that ant killer or ant rid really did the job. Very good stuff, highly recommended. Once we started cleaning up the dead bodies, we found out actually where the Queen had chosen to make her nest, and it's actually inside the door to the swim platform, and I'll show you how she got in, and it's something that we've got to fix. So here on the lower hinge we can see that one of the screws is missing. I didn't know that was missing, so as soon as we get back to cash I'm going to take one of these out, get down to the hardware store and get a replacement so we can seal that hole and not make it an inviting little place for any other flying queen insects to come and make a house. Today is the 1st of June and we are leaving Fethiye and heading just 2 hours across the bay to the Göcek area. We're hoping to be able to find some space there. There are rumours around that it's really, really chockers. I guess the only way we're going to find out is by poking our nose in there. And of course, a lot of the anchorages in the Göcek area require a line ashore. So we're going to hopefully find a spot where we can get a line ashore without messing things up. Let's see how we do, eh? Well, if you don't mind flashing the cash, that's one way of getting your big power cruiser delivered to where you need it. I'm guessing the amount of litres per hour that these big boys use, it's much cheaper just to get them piggybacked on the transport boat. Lots of Turkish warships anchored out here at the moment. They've been doing their naval war games in the surrounding waters, and I think they finish up on the 6th of June, so another week to go. Fethiye is behind us. This is the gap we're aiming for, and this is our preferred anchorage with a line ashore. If that one doesn't work out, there are a couple of others here that are reasonable. If not, then there's 1, 2, 3 up the coast that are potentials, and if none of those work out, then we're coming out through the other big gap and we're heading around the coast and we're going to our bailout plan, which is Acoustic, which is quite a few hours up the coast in that direction.
That's why we're motoring. But the sea's lovely and glossy, calm. It's got that sort of liquid silk look about it. We're going through there. It's very busy in this area, obviously. Göcek is famous for its sailing. Nobody's sailing today though. But we've been watching lots of boats coming out through the passage that we're going to. Fortunately, it's nice and clear now, which
just approaching the smaller gap, and it tells us on the chart that we can expect depths of around about 13 meters and pretty steep sides, so we should be quite safe getting through here, even if some traffic comes through from the other side. Anch's all geared up, ready to take a line ashore.
I'm not doing it with the fins.
And here, just looking through the gap along the shoreline ahead, there's quite a few boats already parked up, and that is just one small section of the Göcek area that we're looking at. So it is an extremely popular, extremely busy part of the Turkish sailing areas. Well, I just nixed the Göcek plan. Look, Göcek is a huge area, and we can spend all day putting our nose into every single bay. They may be busy, there may be spaces, there may be this, there may be that. The thing is, I can't take a chance that we're going to run out of time for us to get to an anchorage where we can just drop anchor and swing freely. All this line ashore stuff, it's just too stressful. It's as simple as that, it's too stressful. So we're going to find a place where we can drop anchor and swing freely, and that's not inside the Göcek area.
If you've had an insect or pest invasion on your boat, how have you dealt with it? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Sailing ABC, guys and gals, and until we see you next week, stay safe and healthy.